center stage.
Go India, go. That's the chant that's resonating all across the country as we wait for the biggest spectacle in world cricket to begin. So what are India's chances in the 10th World Cup? I'm joined by three of the leading voices of Indian cricket, Kapil Dev, Sanjay Manjrekar and Sourav Ganguly. Let's hear it for our guests, please. Kapil, I want to begin by asking you the one question that 1.3 billion people are asking at this time. What are India's chances? Can Dhoni's boys do what Kapil's Devils did in 1983?
I think one thing, stop comparing. That's not very good. Yes, of course, they have the capability, they have the team. And second, I think the wishes of everybody. Again, it's very important. They have to believe themselves. Yes, we can lift the cup. What we feel and what they play is two different things. Our emotion, we are a very emotional country. And our heart says something else, the mind says something else, as far as cricketers are concerned. The spectators, every country spectator want the same thing, their team should win. But again, somebody have to play really extraordinary cricket to win this 10th World Cup.
Sanjay, just as a pure cricketing analyst, your sense of how strong this team is, what we've seen in the build-up, the performances we saw in South Africa, the performances over the whole year, how strong do you think this team really is?
Well, first of all, thanks to the show. Now I know that we have 1.3 billion, is it?
Yes.
The last time we were 1 billion, that's what I heard. So that's something that's new. I think for the first time ever this is I think the 10th World Cup, right? 10th World Cup. For the first time ever, the wishes of the fans has always been that India is good enough to win the World Cup. But this time around, I think people who are observing, with cold cricketing logic and clinical observers of the game, even the skeptics, are with the cricket fans of India. They also believe that this time India can win and it's got one of the strongest chances. And something Kapil Dev said earlier as well is that the other teams also are not quite as strong as they used to be in the last, say, 10 years. So India, when you compare with the rest of the world, looks a very strong team.
Sort of the one constant complaint against the Indian team has been so far that they buckle under pressure. This team we're seeing is a bit different. They've shown in South Africa and previously an ability to bounce back from situations where you thought the match was lost. Does that give this team an edge that teams of the past did not have?
I'm not too sure whether you can say that the teams of the past buckled under pressure. I don't think that's the right phrase, whoever has said it. But just looking at this team, as Sanjay said, it's a very strong team. But being a strong team and winning a World Cup is two different things. There are strong teams, slightly lesser, slightly more, but it's what you do in these 40 days. India definitely has the side to go all the way, and it's how they play will matter.
Okay, let's now deal with the team that will take the field. Given the performances in South Africa, there are now some selection dilemmas. Do you play Virat Kohli? Do you play Yusuf Pathan? What happens to Yuvraj Singh? What happens to Virat Kohli? So Kapil Dev, if you were captaining this team, give our viewers a sense of who are the 11 players who will take the field.
I think it's a very, if I'm the captain, I'm the most happiest captain that moment. I have a player where I have to pick. I don't have to say, oh man, I only have this. No, you are giving me option. If one player doesn't play, apart from key players, otherwise you have an option. You have another people who are sitting on the bench can be as strong as the people who are playing. So it's a very big advantage for a captain. So I'm not bothered so much if one person or odd person is very important. If Dhoni is the most important, if he get injured, what will happen? How the team will, settle themselves. Otherwise, as a captain, I will be happy. I have a player. If A is not ready, the B is there. If B is not ready, C is there. So you have enough game
But now
plan.
in this case, we see everybody is ready.